Now look at the rain. Yeah, that's the true Miami experience right there. It's fucking rain for sure. So oh, I could just play music on the TV. Oh, titty with 4 hairs on it. Okie doke. Shut up. Hi, thank you. Hey, oh my god, how selfish am I? Coming to say hi to Binky without y'all. We argued the other day because she broke my artwork, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We already got your punishment. Your punishment is over. Get your cutesy pootsy. And even if she wasn't cute, we don't discriminate. If she was ugly cat, I still wouldn't punish her that much. What's wrong? You mean licky? Licky. Okay, I'll leave you be. I get no hoes. Can you believe that? Not saying I'm the most attractive dude in the world, but considering I approach 5 women a day every time I go out, it's kind of. Yeah, I think that's it. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think maybe it's the fact that I live in Miami, where women are taught to be attracted to the worst possible man, and then their excuses are, "Oh, when you're bring up in a toxic household, that's that's what you're used to. You get a man who beats you and cheats on you." Well, at that point, it's their fault. My neighbor, mother, her baby is a newborn. It was just born like a week ago, and the dad owes me money. First of all, he's a fucking deadbeat drug addict. But well, that's the only man who gets any love in a fucked up city like this. My ex girlfriend, my only girlfriend ever, by the way. I mean, I've had the chances to date some girls, but like they were like I remember the one girl who liked me in middle school, and the only reason she liked me is because I ignored her. Cause that's just how Miami girls. Well, I guess Miami girls, because what are the odds? I meet a girl from Canada and she actually speaks to me like a human being. Okay, let me stop with the red thing. Miami girls are worthless. That's basically what I'm saying. And if it wasn't for me leaving Miami, I would think all women are worthless. It's just Miami girls. It's just the truth. They have one job in life: choose a good man. They can't even do that right. Instead, they're like, "Oh my god, I don't need no man. I'll just start an OnlyFans and sell my soul and my pussy because I don't need no man. I don't need no man because Kamala Harris told me I don't need no man. I'm a strong, independent woman, and my own father thinks I'm insufferable." That's basically women nowadays. does a man gotta do to smoke a stogie around here, man? This is fucking ridiculous. This is what me and my brother made last night. Me and my brother, my little sis. Oh. Great. Goddamn remote in this fucking house. Oh wow, and now I gotta download the Roku app too. Let me just call my fucking mom. Hey.
Dogs. Hot dogs have magical healing. In real life, hot dogs heal nothing. Brawl Stars. Download for free today.
When I started my record, the business side of things, taxes, finances, definitely felt like adulting. But just because you start with one thing, when you think back to the last horror game you played, what stands out to you? More often than not, it will be jump scares, terrifying monster design, or some sort of utterly harrowing story beat. But what if I told you that some of the scariest games I've ever played are also the most relaxing?
Yeah, horror games are cozy. Like the coziest games I know are
The door for barely lit. Instantly, you spot a dead dude on the floor as rain hammers against the building and wind whips through the corridor. In the distance, you hear some kind of growl or screech before. But he hasn't spotted you yet, because on closer inspection, Bro has no eyes. I do feel a little bit bad for pointing out that he hasn't spotted me now. With nowhere else to go, no choice but to move forward into the darkness, unable to see further than it.
bro. This YouTuber, I love this YouTuber, but he needs a fucking stylist, bro. I'm sorry, dog. Like, could you not buy something that fits a little nicer?
Oh, y descubre el sabor del amor.
I want Pringles.
Hey, have you heard about this prediction market technology? Yeah, let's just show you anything from sports. ¿Qué está pasando
Yeah,
aquí?
I quit playing guitar now.
Y este tipo de nuevos Samsung S21 gratis. Así es, gratis. Y ahorros sin cargos de activación. Solo en negro.
All of his teeth are wisdom teeth. He's allowed to swim right out the lead. He can always detect sarcasm in text messages. He is still the most interesting man in the world.
I don't always take beer, but when I do, I think of sense. Stay thirsty, my friend.
Durante 4 Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra nuevos por $0, sin intercambio. Cuando la mañana no se siente como debería, tu sonrisa es tu fuerza.
Yeah, baby. Steak. I'd rather suffer eternally than internally. Christian woman. This is so awesome, bro. I love sex. This is what I would be experiencing every day if I didn't live in buttfuck Miami, where women only want red flags. Women only want pussy ass bitches here. Manipulative men who lie. They can't tell a real nigga from a Ted Bundy if they were up her ass. I don't know. And bitch can't tell. Whatever. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Man, we're gonna find our wives in Asia and Europe. But in America, leave these hoes to rot. Bro, for anybody who thinks I sound misogynistic, literally everywhere I look, I see a new single mother and it's their fault. It's fully their fault because I meet the guys they choose to have children with. They deserve to be like, dude, come on. When are we gonna let women take accountability for their bad choices? No, it's always the men who's the deadbeat dad, not the women who choose this shit ass father. And sometimes it'd be good men, and the women just drive them away.
It's the best way to get connected with them, learn from them, and possibly work.
How funny! The moment we started empowering women, our world went to shit.
I have friends in film, in music,
Nah, man.
animation. We're all studying something.
And it's crazy because I hang out with my little sister all the time, and I truly feel like women, as they age, they like lose their maturity. I remember as a kid, it's like every girl was so much smarter. Like girls would bully all the guys because we're all stupid. Girls would do all the class assignments, and now we grow up and they can't even. You give them 2 shots and then they fucking. Like, bro, my ex, I'm 22 years old. I was already in a really nice relationship. I've only had one girlfriend, and that one girlfriend that I had that gave me a chance, we stayed together almost 5 years. Guess where she's from? Not from here, fucking Canada. Took me to travel 2,000 miles to meet a woman that actually like talks to me like a human being, without me having to be 6'5". Every girl I had a crush on growing up, most of them told me, like the ones I told them my feelings, they'd always tell me, I'd date you, but you're too short. Crazy thing is, they were shorter than me. It's like, I don't know, it's psychological torture, honestly. And it will turn me into a villain. That's so corny. Cornballing. Now I'm gonna just drink my witch's brew. But I promise you, my little sister is gonna be a goat. Like, bro, just from my little sister already has something. I guess none of these Miami hoes have a father figure. Two, I don't know if her dad's a good one, but I'll like, come on, because apparently it's that they seek attention. What they always say, oh, it's because these girls are brought up in a toxic household, so they choose a toxic man. Let's see if that's true, because I give my little sister all the love she could possibly want. So I think she'll make the smart decision in the future and choose men who are. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. It's like, I swear to God, the guys I know who get the most pussy are the biggest ass. Either that or they like straight up lie and manipulate girls. And I've seen old friends do worse. I've seen old friends. Well, they stop being my friend instantly. I see him take advantage of girls when they're drunk. I've seen people do all of that, and it's like, I don't know. It's like instead of getting punished for it, they get rewarded for it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, the hoes love it when you treat them like shit, and they won't make any exception. It's in their DNA. It's literally in their DNA. The only girls who like me are lesbians. And I remember I said that to a girl one time, and she's like, "That's not a good thing, bitch. I don't care. At least they're not red flags." She didn't know what to say after she said, "Women are women. No, bitches and women are different." My little sister is a woman, but these Miami hoes, bro, you can't make it up, bro. Like, bro, my own neighbor. Everywhere I look, my cousin had a girlfriend in Cuba, gorgeous. She looked like a Disney princess. Looked like she didn't have no plastic surgery. She just looked like a normal woman. From a distance, you'd even think she was a nice Christian woman. She fucking cheated on him while their baby was 1 year old. You know why this happens? Because in Latin community, it's encouraged to cheat. That's pure happiness in Latin community is cheating or stealing someone's bitch. Like all the music these hoes listen to, se pasa rico soltera, yo no tengo perro ni gato. I don't need no man. I don't need no man. Well, apparently you do, because y'all are all struggling, bro. They're all struggling. Bro, my own fucking neighbor. This dude owes me $100. He's 28. He's a drug addict. He's a worthless guy. Bro, and this bitch is freaking Like, bro, when I see a woman who just gave birth, in my mind, I want to respect them. I want to be like, wow, what a strong woman. She made it. She gave birth. But then I look at the man she's with, and like, what does that say about you, bro? Honestly, I'm scared for that baby, bro. Like, the baby's dad is a baby, and I don't know, dude. Me and her boyfriend, a week before they gave birth, a week before she gave birth, I went out with this dude, the fucking Bayside, and he was trying to fuck these two fat girls. Where even I didn't want them. Like, even my horny ass was like, bro, I'm not trying to fuck these two big girls because, like, personally, I don't like big girls. I'm like really into curves, like not outward curves, inward curves. Like, especially if it, bro, my ex was voluptuous. Like, I don't care if my next girl has no ass or tits and is pure ribs. Like, I want a bitch who's skinny. I don't give a fuck. I want her to be skinny. I don't care if she got no ass, no tits. I want to be able to carry her and fucking freaking throw her with consent. You know. This dude wanted to fuck two threes who were barely even giving us attention because it's Miami, the place where a fucking four will not give you attention. Even if they're tourists, they look at us and they're like, why are these guys so into us? And then they lose attraction. They're like, bro, me and him are some sexy ass dudes, bro. We're like eights. I'm a short king, so that makes me a three, but still. This dude, like, he's tall, he's skinny, he got that swagger, girls like. Bro, these girls were ignoring us, bro. Fat bitches, because they could see the desperation in our eyes. Or in his eyes. Bro, you're literally going to have a child in a week. The reason this girl leaving him, because he's a drug addict. He's looking, I don't give a shit if I'm putting his business out there. Nigga owes me money. Fucking begging Tusi. He can't live without Tusi. I wouldn't judge him if it wasn't for the fact that he owes me money and he's about to have a kid. I saw him now. You know, I was kind of. I lied to y'all earlier. He's not a complete deadbeat dad. He's back here. He's back next door. But he has a fucking ankle monitor. Oh yeah, this is what the dude on the stream was showing me earlier. Tool. Fuck, I listen to some Tool. Nah, we'll listen to some Corn. So yeah, guys, before you hear me sounding misogynistic, if you think I'm misogynistic, you gotta let go of that fucking feminist mentality. I'm literally telling you about women who cheat right after giving birth, and if that doesn't qualify to call them bitches and hoes, then you need to. I'm doing this for the world, okay? Like, dude, do you ever think as a kid that I would ever think in my whole life that I would actually as a kid, I never thought I'd be the guy to think that maybe women shouldn't have been given the right to vote. Bro, I used to be the biggest liberal, bro. Bro, you think I ever thought that I would ever think Adolf was not that bad? Because Adolf is a piece of shit, but it's a little suspicious how Adolf Hitler is known as the worst man in history when nobody even knows the name of the fucking of Japan's leader during World War II. Nobody knows Hirohito, but everybody knows Adolf Hitler. Even though Hirohito killed more people, killed more younger people, more kids, more rapes, more torture. No, but people only know Hitler. It's a little suspicious, don't you think? And to that, I gotta say, and plus, back to the shit talking about um incapable parents, not just women. You know how in Miami, well, you probably don't know, but you guys could probably assume a lot of plastic surgery here. Miami's like the capital. The only thing that's cheap in Miami compared to the rest of the world is plastic surgery. It's the only thing in the world people actually come here to spend less money on. Imagine that. and they don't even do it to look good. They don't do it for insecurities. They do it for status. Like, these bitches' whole goal in life is status. Like, why would they care about a man? Because caring about a man, oh, I don't need no man. That is encouraged by their friends. So a girl who is a nice wife, their friends leave them basically because they're, oh my god, she's a slave to her man. She's a slave to her man. Bitch, you're a slave to the feminist movement. And within 5 years, your own fathers, your own brothers aren't even gonna want nothing to do with y'all, bro. Fuck a boyfriend. There'll always be some simp that wants you. Always, especially with how desperate guys are nowadays. There'll always be some simp because women are waving their power in front of us. Because us men need sex, and they're waving that power in front of us. So yeah, men, stop being so fucking horny. Fucking use your imagination. Be confident in yourself. Honestly, stop watching porn, but fucking get a sex doll if you have to, bro. Like, G shit. You gotta. I will never again think I'm the reason to blame for having less girls than another guy. And also, if a guy's making you feel pressured, like, as men, if it's a lady watching this, which I doubt it, but if there is, I want y'all to know how guys work. You go to any guy, 99% of guys, you'd be like, yo, I hung out with this girl. Oh, they'll be the first thing they'll say, oh, did you fuck her? Did you fuck her? Oh, I would have fucked her. I would fuck. Guys are so full of shit, bro. Like, in my eyes, lying lying about something like that is no point because you're only lying to yourself. Like, if I wanted to get at a hot girl, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I want to get at the hot girl. I want that experience. I don't give a shit about other people knowing I had that experience. I want that experience. But people lie to seem cool. Like, bro, I fucked like 5 girls, and then a guy like me who doesn't comprehend why you would lie about that. It's like, bro, oh my god, your ass fucked 5 girls, bro. I've never even seen you talk to a girl. And then I think, oh, there must be something wrong with me. Like, yeah, bro, I fucked 3 girls when I was in Cuba. That shit would drive me insane because I've been to Cuba more than any man, more than any Cuban American. By the age of 22, I've been to Cuba more times. I was born here. I've been to Cuba probably 60-ish times because my mom works there, maybe even more. The only girl I genuinely had something with in Cuba was my ex from Canada, who I met at a resort. Bro, every time I tried to hook up with a Cuban girl, she literally put her head away like this. Bro, like, I get into an Uber with a 60-year-old crusty man, and the first thing we're talking about, oh, tú eres cubano, because they're almost always Cuban. I'm like, yeah, I actually go to Cuba a lot. They're like, oh, first thing they say, how many hoes you get there? I bet you fuck all the girls. It's gotten to a point where I tell them, like, look, I just recently got over a breakup. I don't want to hear about it. Like, I genuinely tell them, like, I don't really want to talk about this. They're like, they start showing me pictures of all the hoes they fucked. Bro, they're probably, they're prostitutes. Because if I can't get, because obviously girls don't just jump on you like all my family says they do, because that's never happened to me in Cuba. If anything, I find it harder to pull a girl in Cuba than here, because Cubans have like a swagger that you do not have if you're not born in Cuba. Dude, you're born in a third world country, you just have more social skills. Like, way more. You're more of a smooth talker. So in my mind, I feel like I'm shy to go up to these girls. And then I'm supposed to hear a friend of mine who's even more socially awkward than me and who barely speaks Spanish anywhere near as good as me, telling me they got girls jumping on them in Cuba. Take it up your ass, bitch. I go to Cuba to see my family, and no girl goes up to me while I'm drinking rum with my abuelo. They think, oh, this guy, what the fuck is this guy doing? He looks homeless. Well, I'm enjoying my life with my grandfather, bitch. Like, I don't get it. Help me understand. The only thing I love as much as pussy. Oh, cute with your baby, baby. I love animals. I don't want to be me. Love yourself. Love yourself, bro. Fuck it, bro. At this point, love yourself. Whatever you're insecure about, bro. It doesn't matter if you're secretly a scat fetishist, bro. That might be weird, but I don't know. Love yourself anyway. That's a weird point I just Yeah, it's charging. I just connected a wireless charger propped up. Circle of the Tyrants by Celtic Frost. I've never heard this band before.
Ricky, I'm gonna give you a hug.
Me recomendó Durarlo, porque tiene dos meditaciones en la pastilla y eso me gustó mucho. Para mí, construir una relación con mi doctor es muy importante porque te hace saber qué es lo que estás tomando para tu tratamiento.
Ooh, Celtic Frost. Oh yeah, thrash. This thrash. Oh my god. Oh my god, that live performance was awesome.
Let me close my membership. Bruh.
Eczema is unpredictable, but you can flare less with Ebglyss. A once-monthly treatment for moderate to severe eczema that helps you spend less time managing your symptoms. Ebglyss can deliver real and lasting results, like skin that's still more clear at 1 year. Don't use if you're allergic to Ebglyss. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems. You should not receive a live vaccine when treated with Ebglyss. Before starting Ebglyss, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. Clearer skin, itch relief. Once monthly dosing with or without topicals. You can flare less with Ebglyss. Talk to your doctor about Ebglyss for eczema.
Las camionetas Chevy traen un poder impresionante y fortaleza para largas distancias y eficiencia totalmente eléctrica. Así tienes opciones ante cualquier desafío. Y Chevrolet, unidos llegamos lejos.
Oh my god, this song just makes me in a way better mood.
Most important thing in business is honesty. Integrity is all good. Family.
Tupac didn't fucking assault you. Lying ass. Not saying women don't get assaulted, but literally Tupac. It was situations that were really bad. Show me.
Since then, like now I have herniated discs from the top of my
When I came to Full Sail, I definitely met the people that I will know and be friends with.
Being in the presence of so many different people backgrounds, it felt like home.
Here at Full Sail, a lot of our instructors are industry professionals, and so in like a traditional classroom where it's a lot of memorization, here it's the hands-on environment and getting that practice in.
People from the industry want to come back and talk to students. It's the best way to get connected with them, learn from them, and possibly work alongside.
You're doing what you love. You deserve to be here. You're doing your passion. You're doing your passion about.
I have friends in film, in music, in animation. We're all studying something different, but we all have one goal at the end of the day, and it's to make our dreams come reality. Wondering who qualifies as a dependent on your tax return? We've got the answers on this edition of Tax Tips by TurboTax. If you have a child that you can claim as a dependent on your 2025 tax return, you could get a tax credit worth up to $2,200. You might be able to claim a credit of up to $500 for other dependents.
So instead of watching my phone while I poop, I was reading Goosebumps. I finished damn near half the book already, bro. Books are actually pretty good.
The IRL.
I don't like reading fiction, but I know it's a classic, and I wanted to see all the hype around R.L. Stein.
Qualifying children can include
And pretty easy to read, was for
a
kids.
niece or a nephew, or even a brother or sister.
Pretty interesting, I
But
guess.
to qualify, they must be under 19 years old or under 24 if they are a full-time student.
And
However,
if you find it difficult to read, if you find it very hard to sit through a book, maybe if you have a little sibling, try reading it to them, and maybe that'll give you more interest. Because, like, in history before movies, that was probably a kid's favorite pastime, having their parents read a story to them. And yeah, if you're not interested in the story, you could be like a narrator for your little sibling or whatever, and I feel like that would be pretty fun, especially if you could like make a little voice for the different characters. That'll be a different method of reading that might be more intriguing.
You press show means then you open more. You open more.
Angel of Death! Martin, King of the Dead.
Está lloviendo Pulse Cash. Por suerte no traje paraguas.
Damn, I got no weed anywhere, bro?
Thanks, Mom.
So close yet so far. Bro, no drug would ever make me this much of a fiend except weed, bro.
That does not work. I've tried it. Fuck it. I'm breaking this shit.
So you guys are just like stay fun, right? So that's another. Stop living on the prayer. Get something wrong.
That was easy.
Something takes a part of me. Something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe something's meant to take it from me, from me. That's why I've been missing me. Can't you try to let me be free? Yes, I take away all this pain. I do it all in vain, in vain. Sometimes I cannot take it. Like a freak on the leash. Feeling like I have no release. How many times I walked up to seize you? Nothing in my life is free, it's free. Sometimes I cannot take it's right. Sometimes I cannot.
Leave no bud behind.
Whoa,
I just want one hit, man.
My herb and sweet, my herb.
refresh the everyday with Mentos Chewy Mints. Yes to fresh.
Becoming a leader is a choice not everyone wants to make. If you want to set yourself apart at graduation, decide to lead. Enroll in ROTC to become an Army officer.
Ooh, along the edges, yay, that's awesome.
It's more powerful, removing 99% of grease.
No scrubbing your tail off.
I was looking at different universities that can work with my work schedule. I'm very proud to say that I went to Kaiser University. While I was at Kaiser University, I applied for my Master's in Biotechnology program at one of the most prestigious universities in Baltimore, Maryland, and I currently was able to apply all of the knowledge and even the confidence that I obtained at Kaiser University.
Ooh, you're studying, so AI
My name is Catherine, and I graduated from Kaiser University with my bachelor's in biomedical.
Oh yeah, now that is the jackpot right there.
Mire cuántos Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra nuevos por $0 y la mejor red Verizon me salvó. Y a mi hijo también.
Lo circulo y acá está.
Y los otros Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra nuevos por $0.
Something happens when you put crispy, all-white meat chicken nuggets inside a Crunchwrap slider with your choice of sauce inside. What happens is, probably ordering one of each. The new crispy chicken Crunchwrap slider, a brand new classic, only at Taco Bell.
Oh, that actually looks decent. Might eat some Taco Bell today. The moment of truth. Don't let me down, baby. Yeah, baby. No way, I might have another half a hit left. I just wanted this for my food, honestly, to eat high or buzz. This isn't heroin, guys. It's just weed.
One of the first thing about you, go Walmart Plus. Like that Walmart Plus members get free
I hope this
delivery
is
on more than just
aluminum.
groceries, free delivery on these apples, and this shirt. Knowing about Walmart Plus is a beautiful thing.
Wondering who qualifies as a dependent on your tax return? We've got the answers on this edition of Tax Tips by TurboTax. If you have a child that you can claim as a dependent on your 2025 tax return, you could get a tax credit worth up to $2,200. You might be able to claim a credit of up to $500 for other dependents too. But who can you claim as a dependent on your return? Well, it could be your kid, an uncle, grandchild, parent, a nephew, or even a significant other. The IRS recognizes two types of dependents: qualifying children and qualifying relatives. Qualifying children can include your child, grandchild, a niece or a nephew, or even a brother or sister.
If you guys think I'm a crackhead right now, no, only weed would make me do this, bro. I've never tried meth, heroin, but I've tried practically everything else, and no drug would ever make me do this. So whoever, if you still think weed is an addictive thing again.
They also can't provide
Physically, yeah, the withdrawals aren't that bad. Yes, they exist.
A qualifying child who is married can't file a joint tax return unless it's only filed to claim a refund of withheld taxes or estimated tax payments. A qualifying relative can be someone else in your family that you support, such as a sibling, parent, grandparent, aunt, uncle, or an in-law. They don't need to live with you, but you must provide more than half of their support. Non-relatives can be a qualifying relative too, but they must live with you for the entire year to be claimed as your dependent. For the 2025 tax year, you can't claim a qualifying relative as a dependent if they have a gross income of $5,200 or more for the year. So let's recap. Dependents can be children, adults,
That actually works.
or even a friend you're helping out. Ready to claim your dependents and maximize your tax refund?
That actually worked. I'm about to be high as fuck. I didn't want to get that high because then it kills my appetite.
Help you file your taxes with confidence.
Bro, what? And then a good ass song starts playing. This isn't like normal rock music, bro. This song got me into rock heavy, although right after me and my ex broke up, but it's nothing like the other rock songs. And if some of you kids out there thought I just smoked glass, yeah, glass has a pretty high boiling point. Where you going, huh?
Software version 7.0. Looking at live stream.
I can't believe I just accomplished something with all those rudimentary. Bro, that was just weed. Somewhere between the sacred silence and sleep. Somewhere. Bro. Do you know that song? Bro, that song. After me and my ex broke up, that is the one song that sent me. No, like right before we broke up, this is the song that sent me into that. Like fuck the world spiral, and it got me into rock music heavy. But this song doesn't sound nothing like normal rock music. It's different. System of a Down. You never heard him? Bro, I gotta pause it before the beat drops. No! No! Bro, I got worried, Aces. I thought you left because you saw me do. You like, man, I'm out of here. Okay, and speaking of fentanyl, that's actually the reason I thought you left my call, because I was smoking. I was doing something really suspicious, bro. I was literally like this. I got this thing, this pumpkin carver that I got since I was a little kid, and I'm out of weed and I'm out of money, and it's okay. I haven't smoked for 2 days, but weed, that is my main addiction. Like, people say weed isn't addictive. It just, people mean that it's not physically addictive, even though it is. that just means it has no physical withdrawals, but it does. Because everybody who's a stoner who stops smoking, they can't sleep properly. They're not as hungry, yada yada, and depression. So it's definitely addictive. But bro, I literally had this up like this, and I was smoking it, and I thought you saw that smoking freaking fentanyl. Oh, you didn't, bro. My phone just died while I was pouring like this liquid into my bong. That's because I cracked open a vape. I did this back. I haven't done this since I was a freaking 16 years old and I had no money and I was fiending, where I broke open a vape, poured out the liquid and put it on a cigarette, and it did not work. So, but I tried it again and I poured it into the bong and it looks like the most crackhead shit. Bro, I got like I broke the glass. I put like 0.01 of wax in it, mostly glass, into my pipe, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna get cut. I'm gonna smoke glass. This is not a good idea. And I pour keef, which, let me show you what keef is. I have Mr. Bob Marley here. Bob Marley. Everybody loves Bob. Now, Mr. Bob Marley will introduce to you the shit. The freaking grinder, where you put it'll grind it for you. But here's a secret compartment called keef. Yes. So all the little teeny tiny powder that comes through that filter that you build up in months and years, you get it there. This is a last reserve. Some stoners cover their joints in keef. That's just extra shit. Bro, I cracked open the damn thing. I poured you see there's no keef in there as of this moment. Oh, this one has some. You can kind of see. Oh shit, I could have used that. But cause I took every last bit of it. And I scooped some wax in it. And I thought it was impossible because you need a super high boiling point for the wax. So I poured a little tobacco in there and I'm thinking, oh, the tobacco's gonna burn and then it's just not gonna work. Bro, I'm lighting it, right? And I smoke the keef. I get a hit. I'm like, oh, nice. I'm going to have a little buzz. For some reason, I just wanted to smoke for food, because I was just about to whip up some nice food. I was going to record it, but my phone died. And then I'm like, man, I'm too excited to whip up a meal right now. Let me smoke. And I'm regretting it now. And I take the hit of the keef. And I hit it, and I'm coughing. And I can show you the footage. And I'm coughing. I'm like, no way, it worked. Because when you're coughing, bro, especially when you have a high tolerance than me, that just means I got a decent hit in. So I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to be buzzed while cooking. But then in my mind, I'm like, I got to test this out better. I got to try to get to the wax. So I'm burning it more. And then I hear a sound, a sizzling. And I'm like, no way. And then I start tasting it in my mouth. And it tastes fruity like the vape. And I'm like, there's no way. I just pulled it off. And then I take a second hit, and I'm like, oh, shit. I did not want to get this high before eating, because now it's going to kill my appetite. Now, instead of me enjoying my food, now it's like I'm too high to eat. Eating right now, man, I'll do that later. Oh, shit. I almost choked. Bro, 10 days until my second strike is removed. I cannot get a YouTube strike, bro. I can't even play that song. Oh, no, I can't play the song. I just can't show 10 days until my second strike is removed. I cannot get... Damn, how long has my shit been... No, you're lying. No, you're lying. No, you're lying. No, you're lying. Oh my god. You're lying. You gotta be lying. I left it on Reddit, bro. Bro. And I was sober too, bro. That was me completely sober too. Bro. 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 See, the forward momentum, it did a lot more than just me slamming it. Boom. Shit, dude. That is cool. Return to court. Crazy son of a bitch. Truly crazy son of a bitch. One more time. One more time. Where's that damn fly? I'll find you. bro. I think you got your dates wrong. That was in the past. What the fuck? You mean 2027? I'm not waiting a fucking year. Fuck you. Yo! GTA 6 fucking comes out next month, bro. I can't trust none of y'all, bro. I need to get a job and I'm gonna find workers. And I'm not even posting my fucking highlights. Can't even edit just the footage. Can't even do that. The Miami Music Week footage. Huh? Huh? Grown ass man. None of them act like it. I gotta cook my food. I'm not gonna lie, I love those languages. I'm not making fun of it, you fucking racist. I don't.
Chocolate. Chocolate. Chicken, chicken, chicken. Broccoli cheese. IRL Stein. Let's watch some Michael Francis. Watch some Michael Francis.
Where is my remote? Thank you very much.
Oh yeah, baby. I love Apple so much. I just want to fuck him. I'm sorry, are you okay? Oh my god.
Once you get a taste for something different.
Oh baby, I can just zap this thing. Make my own rudimentary. Oh, cannot. I'm not heard it yet. I'm away to go. Anywhere to drive. Anywhere to go. Hey, you Rick. Bill and someone. I love brown beef. Yeah, I'm a beater, so what? You're a chicken wiener? Bring me back. I'm honestly just joking. I've never hit a woman. My ex actually hit me more than I hit her. Well, choked me actually. But it's okay. I deserved it. By being myself. Lights in the refrigerator too. Get it out. His favorite. Yeah, I'm going. Oh, I will be going.
What's his deal? What's his deal? He went to Metro. And got the Samsung A17 for free. That's right, for free. Can save with no activation fee. Only at Metro.
The new crispy chicken crunchwrap slider. A new way to nut.
Hello, me. Meet the real me. My mistress, wave life. Black, fast, smile. Most valued possession. Hindsight is always 2020. Looking back is still a bit fuzzy. Usually a sharp distraction. Nice story. It's me again. It's a deal but never change. Gives me a mind pretty heavy. Down to her level. Just keep on thinking it's my fault. Stand inch or two, I can get it. Mankind has got to know. It's limited. Cross the door, like walk on the Well, me, it's nice talking to you. Well, credit to the mercy. Don't dig me too well, no, my friend. Smile is like two friends. The war inside my head. Until I fire dead. I see fingers claw your back. Here I come again. Magical healing powers. In real life, hot dogs heal nothing. Brawl Stars. Download for free today.
Spring, the unofficial new year for tool people. New jobs, new projects.
Y es muy, muy triste. Su mensajero subió a decir, están matando a todos en Wounded Knee. Y se oían los cañones disparar.
Vaya situación, ya es el segundo que hemos tirado en el suelo en pocos minutos. Esta vez es una mujer.
Esa cosa ni siquiera existía y de repente se la das y se vuelven locos.
La gente moría aquí fuera.
Genocidio líquido.
Exacto.
¿Cómo es posible que en el corazón de Estados Unidos haya un lugar donde la esperanza de vida media sea de 47 años, que es más baja que Yemen o Irak? Y 7 de cada 10 hombres hayan cumplido condena en prisión y haya un 90% de desempleo.
Mis antepasados no tocaron ningún gramo de alcohol.
Alcohol is the #1 drink killer.
This will be the first time anybody's I'm living.
And we're here to understand what happiness is. It seems to have lost hope. But first we need to understand why the reservations were created and why it's so difficult to live here. My name is Giuseppe. I have a mission to explore the most remote corners of the planet, to meet guardians, ancient secrets, men and women, extraordinary stories, lives that can inspire us and make us see the world through different eyes.
It's just corny, I'm taking it off.
The most important question of all: what does happiness mean? A question so powerful that it reveals the deep essence of humanity. Welcome to Project Happiness.
There were dead horses scattered around, and cries of the wounded, but it was dark, and we saw black shapes here and there. And we tried hard to understand.
Y sobrevivimos a los lugares más peligrosos que encontré en
Oh my god, no way, I gotta hear this shit in Spanish, bro.
Un cementerio en medio del desierto y mucho más. Estos lugares no solo son peligrosos.
Why are they all talking in that stupid language, in that stupid accent? Speak like a fucking man.
So make sure you keep watching until the end.
Oh, it's the same shit in English. Yeah, I'm not watching this. Been there before. Why I just leave like horror scenes? Oh, I have a watch later.
The Nintendo DS is not known for its horror games, which makes uncovering the most disturbing ones and they end up with some games that are unnoticed in their time. Regional titles that games of their family and system. These are some of the most disturbing horror games on the Nintendo DS. So let's get right into it. Mite Wankanai translates to Don't Look, which is a fitting warning for a game that has some pretty unsettling imagery. Released in Japan by Studio Trico and Dimple Entertainment, this title leverages the DS's stylus, dual screens, to create a ghost-like experience, very much like Kawaii Sheshin for the PlayStation 1, which came out all the way back in 2002. Well, 7 years later in 2008, Mite Wankanai only released in Japan and had us looking at more disturbing imagery in order to exercise. The game presents over 100 photographs of real world locations, notorious I made that sound like a bad thing, but I'm being honest, someone who likes ghosts and ghouls, I'm pretty envious of them. I'd love to have my job be to travel to places at night for the sole purpose of taking creepy photographs. I think it's the way the Nintendo DS encodes things, but they have such a nostalgic look. I mean, I love it. This Nintendo DS mosaic, if you will, that blesses the games made on it, is just one of my most favorite looks in game design. Players must search these creepy photos for hidden faces, hands, or apparitions,
and then use the stylus to trace over the spirits, effectively exercising them. The top screen provides narrative hints and chilling background stories for the locations and people in them. The game doesn't really have a main linear story, but instead operates as a compilation of mini horror stories or horror experiences, if you will. Each photo tells a different horrifying story, and it's up to you to interpret that. Sometimes you aren't really looking for creepy faces or anything either. Sometimes it's more like a manifestation of a curse. Like in one photo, a character's leg is missing. Barrier reveals that in a few months' time, he loses leg in an accident. That's the manifestation of a curse. It's more about the these anomalies, what the game's atmosphere to ever so slightly. This is the decaying insane asylum of Dementium. Dementium Awards is the first-person shooter survival horror game released in 2007. What you're looking at is what could have been a potential Silent Hill game for the Nintendo DS. The team originally pitched it to Konami. However, the idea was rejected. So the team just created their own story and world instead. But that Silent Hill feeling very much still lingers. You wake up as William Redmore, who's suffering from amnesia.
Amnesia!
Got here. I love amnesia. You decide to try and explore the labyrinth of corridors with your flashlight to collect weapons, tools, and piece together clues about your past as monsters run the halls and jump scare you. The premise is far from unique, sure, but I really love the atmosphere of this game. The way it gives you a little notepad to jot down hints for puzzles, the environmental storytelling, and quiet, almost dreamlike certain sequences feel, narratively and atmospherically, I really love what Dementium does. It mixes this survival horror with psychological horror, and as you play, you keep uncovering more about your past, finding notes detailing the crimes of a man who murdered your wife. The game implying that killer could be you. I think the most intriguing twist is that by the end of the game, you don't know how much of it is true. This imposing doctor figure that taunts you throughout your playthrough and finally appears at the end. You see yourself reunited with your family. You may think that this is a happy ending, only to get a weird flashback into the hospital with this scene of the main character getting a lobotomy, making you wonder if the entire game is just a science attempt to make sense of the procedure. I think it's very reminiscent of real life, where in the US from the 1930s through to the 1950s, lobotomies were widely used on people considered mentally ill. This includes people like prison inmates, with the procedures being framed as treatment or rehabilitation, violent or even also violent criminals. Some prisoners were even offered lobotomy in exchange for reduced sentences or transfer out of harsher facilities into nicer ones. Through the lens that this is someone's mind rejecting what's happening to them, the grief of what got them here, the way the environment speaks straight to the player as in a dream, makes it far darker of an experience than you would expect. This is, of course, up to interpretation, but I think it makes the game a much deeper story when you look at it this way. I just have to point out, too, how impressive Dementium is from a technical standpoint. I mean, this isn't even on the 3DS, but the original one. This is a fully 3D environment with dynamic lighting. Very done.
Alright, guys. Y'all ready for cooking with Paralyzer?
You control the first-person camera.
You want a credit one for me?
What up today?
Alright, guys.
Impressive.
We got 2 mozzarella sticks in there. Some pequeños, but only 2 left. Might save them for later. Fuck you. Oil. Burn it up and shit.
What are the chosen list? Did you come? I have no idea. Change
eye on my eyes, guys. Fuck you. Should have surrounded him with liberals. Because who wouldn't love my differences? Even a freaking liberal would like the guy. Goddamn liberals. I never knew I'd be like this as it when I was at all. Broccoli, I don't like the vegetables because of their
operations create
texture. But if I just squish it up, oh wait, no.
So entrapment means that law enforcement officers are inducing a reasonable person who is not predisposed to a crime to commit a crime.
What do you mean a reasonable person? No, in my experience, the undercover operations were either an undercover law enforcement person or somebody, a confidential informant that was put into that situation.
You know what? Fuck it.
That's not a fine understanding person, normally. The undercover agent, absolutely.
Okay.
Not that other person.
So I worked undercover in multiple situations.
You're a fine, upstanding person.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And looking at it from that perspective, if I was doing a prostitution sting, walking the streets, then people who weren't predisposed to committing crime, they could keep driving or keep walking right by me. So the fact that I and my law enforcement agents created an arena for someone to make a decision does not mean that I manufactured crime.
I agree with that. I believe that undercover sting operations are necessary. You know, to catch criminal people that you suspect of being criminals. However, there are situations, they will use another criminal. Okay, to go into that. He will also manufacture crime by getting people to say things that they wouldn't have ordinarily said, put them in a situation, bring them a criminal activity or something, put them into it. So yeah, because they don't know what this other person is doing. I give you an example. Our defense, we know he's an organized crime guy. We got on the phone and told us that, but we haven't been able to catch him in a crime. So let's send somebody in there and see if they can create something with him involved. And then we have our crime. That's done.
It is, but sending someone in like a confidential informant, there's also a lot of controls that are on the law enforcement side.
Mm-hmm.
So whether that person is wired or there's an infiltration of a law enforcement officer on, as part of the act, they're still not causing crime to be manufactured. It's all being done rightfully by the suspect.
I can't agree. I cannot. When you wire up a confidential informant, that informant brings criminal activity to that other person because that's the person that's the subject of the sting operation. That's entrapment. If you're a confidential informant, you can go in and manufacture that crime. They're bringing in the crime. Yeah, he's part of that criminal activity.
Understood. But if you didn't want to commit that crime, you can walk away. You can be like, you know what? I don't want to do this robbery tonight. I don't want to do something. I don't want to be, amount of money on someone's head. I can just walk away.
Absolutely. And if you do it, you're on track. If you do it, then you're on track. That's what confidential informant is supposed to do. Entrapment.
I understand what you're saying, but you just made my argument. So if you could walk away from that, if you walk away from that, it's not entrapment. You're not getting involved in the criminal activity. Where if you stay involved in it, you were free from it all. So it doesn't matter.
Thank you guys for watching my ex. Well, I was watching them myself, but thank you anyway. Man.
They're just, he's broke, he's got no money. No money at all. Never committed a crime in his life. Innocent guy.
Okay, can't put food on his table. You don't like that guy. You know what? I don't like him. I don't know what to do. He's not a criminal, but I'm going to send somebody in there and give him some incentive. I'm going to send somebody in there to talk to this guy and tell him, listen, this jewelry store that we can rob, don't worry about it, inside job, nobody's going to know anything. Okay, but come with me. I can put it on the table. So you created a crime. You manufactured a crime for a guy that never was in trouble in his life.
He may never have been in trouble in his life, but if he wasn't already thinking that he could get away with that crime or commit that crime, he would say no.
You can't get it. You can't lock somebody up for them and what they think. I may think of committing. I may want brakes from, but I'm not going to do it.
Of course.
So you can't get mad at me for what I'm thinking.
But if he doesn't move forward with robbing that jewelry store, then there's no crime.
You don't understand. You don't understand what I said. You didn't like that guy. He wasn't a criminal. You just didn't like him.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do anything about it. But I'm law enforcement. I have a tool. I have a weapon. I have a CI. I'm going to send him in there. I'm going to bait this guy into creating a crime.
I love that you think there's enough time and staff to be able to screw people over.
In the world of organized crime, okay, they get all the money. There's some, during my time in organized crime, we had 7.
Well, we called her girl. Who Michael Francis is bringing out the big guns.
2 agents.
Just called the cop girl.
That's what they get paid for. They have plenty of time. And they put a lot of effort into it. They put a lot of guys. They destroy my family. They have all the time in the world when they want to. I'm not saying you, anybody else in this room. I'm telling you my experience. And let me tell you something. I had a lot more respect at that time for police. They were doing their job. I understand that. People said to me, Michael, now, you gotta hate the police. I said, no, I don't hate the police. I have a wife, I have 5 daughters, I have grandkids. When they walk down the street, I want the police to protect them. I support the police, but I don't support the underhanded stuff that was done and that continues to be. I'm sorry. I think the defund the police movement is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I'm totally against that. But I'm totally against law enforcement using tactics and weapons to get people that they shouldn't be doing. They have to play by the rules, period. Or we have anarchy.
You're right. And they do play by the rules.
No, they don't.
Because providing a criminal opportunity does not force someone to commit a crime. And if that person is getting lured into the crime because they don't have enough mental fortitude to say no to something, that's not law enforcement's fault.
I want somebody else for their mentality.
But if they move
They have to
forward,
commit the crime.
if the confidential informant gets them to move forward and commit the crime,
Well, did they manufacture that crime then? Yes or no?
absolutely not.
There was no crime until law enforcement put the guy to make the crime.
And the person they wanted to arrest could have said no.
I understand, but there would have been nothing to say no to if the government didn't put that crime in front of them. So they manufactured it. There was no crime before that.
Are you disappearing your seats?
Thank you.
What the hell?
We're both New York guys. We're adults, right? Making our own decisions. Now I'm gonna go out on a limb and say not.
Oh my God!
I understand, but there would have been nothing to say no to if the government didn't put that crime in front of them. So they manufactured it. There was no crime before that.
Are you disappearing your seats?
Thank you.
We're both New York guys. We're adults, right? Making our own decisions. Now I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 99.999% of undercover stings aren't just us being like, John Doe, you want to show off a shotgun? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not how it is. We already probably have dirt on you in some facet, right?
Or we think it, yeah.
Either way, sure, fair. Okay, fine. So we're gonna set up a 20-man team, audio, video, all this stuff just for a random dude.
No.
Right. That's my point.
No. What's the difference? Let's put out a name that everybody knows. Let's say it's John Gotti. We know that John Gotti is the boss of the Gambino family. We'd love to see him in jail.
Yeah.
But we don't know what he's doing at this point. So we have to figure it out. So let's get a confidential informant, okay, wire him up or do whatever it is that you do, and put him with John Gotti and try to bait John Gotti into doing something, whatever it might be, so that we can get something on him. Tell me you're not manufacturing it.
He's still in the crime family. He's still running them up.
Being in a crime family is not a crime.
Sure. Yes, I understand that. No, for sure. Yeah. But you still put a CI in the room with them. Be like, hey, boss, you want to commit murder today? And you'd be like, actually, no, we're going to pass on that. Like, he's still going to do it. And we just have the insight. We're going to wire that up.
Well, you don't know that. You don't know
That's
that.
the point of the undercover sting.
Exactly. But you're manufacturing that particular crime. You are creating that crime.
So no one's going to tell the boss of the crime and see what he's going to do?
You're not understanding. There still was no crime. You're creating a particular crime by bringing that confidential informant into him and giving him a situation, a criminal situation that you're hoping he bites into. If there was no confidential informant, there's no crime. So you manufacture that situation.
Organization.
He can't. Right. You can't say no, but I'm going to say the same thing that I said to that young lady. He wouldn't have to say no if you didn't manufacture something for him to say no to.
Yes. This is a...
No, because the question is, do confidential informants manufacture crimes? The answer is yes, you just agree with me. Because yes, he's bringing a criminal situation to John Gotti that didn't exist before. If another criminal came to me and said, let's do this crime together, and I did it, okay, I did it. But if the government sent that guy in there, then the government is manufacturing that crime.
You still have free will, and you'd be like, no.
But
that doesn't matter.
You're right. But there would be no crime if the government didn't make that happen.
But
you're bringing that crime to
say yes. And again, it already has something on you or think it has something on you.
You're random or not.
Alright, that's a broccoli cheese soup. Some turkey from the fair that's getting old, so I'm gonna eat it. Protein is
doesn't matter what you suppose.
Cilantro sauce, tomato sauce, and barbecue. I just like drizzling. I already put hot sauce in the rice and beans.
Do something so that we do know what it is.
Shit, I'll see if we got more hot sauce.
Before.
Oh, alright, let's be.
I'll put some ketchup in the rice and beans. Fuck it. I have mozzarella sticks. That's why I got the little sausage for. The eggs, the yolk cooked on themselves. That's my one and only mistake I made so far. But at least I was cleaning up. I should have had the rice and beans ready. What the hell is this shit? Wasn't that a real, like...
I feel that I can beat anything in this world.
Actually, tell myself, you get on your knee, don't get on your knee.
If you can't, those ones gotta adapt. It's fine. That's the hard shits. Alrighty, dude.
I started smoking when I was 11 years old. I started smoking at the age of 12, 13.
And then it just kind of escalated from there.
Now something that's taking control of my life.
And then after, dessert
It takes
time.
energy from me, costly.
I feel like my lungs are broken, but I still can't seem to stop.
Finally, we're back to tobacco-free shit, bro. We were literally, as human beings, we were about to literally get rid of nicotine addiction for the new generation. And then they released fucking vapes, bro. You literally cannot make this shit up.
You think when that's going to release congestive heart failure?
Oh shit, I hope that my steak didn't cook too much.
And that's why I feel so guilty about smoking. It really makes me regret every
It wasn't your fault, man. It wasn't your fault.
It's not happening in life, but that's
Well, it is your fault. Depends if your mind is
and to show people there is light away from the darkness.
Fuck it, bro. I'm more in love. Where the fuck are you?
How he was located. And then I think the word that you're using, manufacturing, I kind of understand where you're coming from. You're saying that we're being a part of something that is criminal, so therefore we're helping to manufacture it. But in reality, what it is we're going in there. And so we talk about have the captains of the Gambino family, you have construction company, racketeering, fraud, all of those things, you know, tax, all the things. So we're looking for those things. We're not necessarily committing a crime also alongside the people who are already engaged in criminal activity.
You're not committing a crime. You're manufacturing.
But you're finding evidence of utilizing an undercover detective or operating witness. We're not engaging in criminal activity.
Yeah, my freaking grandma's ass crack is a better fucking phone stand than that shit.
Manufacturing, as far as I'm concerned, because it wasn't there before this particular informant brought it to the alleged defendant or perpetrator. Let's put it that way.
Okay, so let's use your example. Okay. I pull somebody over, and we're going to go into narcotics. We're not even going to necessarily talk about organized crime in a mafia. I pull over somebody, and I pull them over, and they're like, man, I can't go to jail again. I can't go to jail. And we know that they're a lower level, holder, or maybe even a seller, and we want the big person. There's already a relationship there where criminal activities are occurring. Otherwise, we're not getting someone in the door, right? So if I pulled somebody over from your family or your ex-family, and
I'm very familiar with that.
no, I know. I'm pretty familiar with the Gambino family. I'm a Jersey girl, by the way. But it's So what I'm saying is, if I'm building a robbery with
System.
and I utilize that person into investigation,
Vinegar, people like that, good shit.
There's already things that they're bringing to the table to make sure that I understand their why, as to whether or not I can even use them, right? Reliable or not, nobody's reliable fully, so I need other things to show me that I'm going to be able to have evidence to move forward. So I'm not always asking somebody to commit a crime with somebody in order to be a part of a manufacturing or whatever crime. I'm looking for the evidence.
Bro.
Whether it's going in there and it's looking at your books, or sitting in on a dinner where there's conversations being had that can corroborate the information that we believe we already have. It's not going to be
a bit past medium.
You use examples. So I know that guy's the boss. I'm not going to just manufacture something. I'm restricting the surveillance. I'm gonna watch criminal activity. I'm going to utilize that to build probable cause.
Yeah, you're bringing
Super
the
Americano
of the tools that you have, the weapons that you have to investigate this crime.
Correct.
Nothing wrong with that. I get it.
But that's what a CI or an undercover is going to help me do as well.
Yes.
It's after those things that I just talked to you about are starting to form, or at least that's how an investigation goes in Jersey that I've been a part of. We're utilizing all those things to come together and then use that CI to go in and witness criminal activity that's already taking place in a criminal environment. It's not something we're already manufacturing.
Some sweet potato.
I was just subject of
I'm a big boy now. Big palate.
The government was trying to allege and prove that organized crime is involved in professional boxing. So that
you saw me holding off because the American in me just wants barbecue.
And they were with me for 8 or 9 months. Now, I was not involved in this organized crime being involved in professional boxing, but I was a part of it. They believed that they came to me to prove their case.
I forgot my eggs.
I was never involved in it.
I always eat my recipe with eggs.
To get me involved in criminal
Yes,
activity.
I forgot. I'm changing.
Me and Don King. They tried to get me to get Don King to take a bribe and all this kind of stuff. We didn't go for it, and the investigation went down. If they would have got me to go along with it, they manufactured it.
They were trying to look to get you to fit the crime that they wanted because
Correct.
they couldn't get you somewhere else.
Correct.
I can understand where your point is coming from. You're saying that we're manufacturing crime by bringing you in and building that relationship. But again, go back, still say yes or no to it. We're giving you the opportunity to say yes or no. And you're saying you said no.
Yeah, but I would have nothing to say no to if the government didn't try to trap me into it. They actually tried to lay a trap for me to get involved.
And they didn't. So you're saying the criminal justice system worked for you.
Well, I guess.
Because that's what it is, right? It's a justice system for criminals.
You could say I got lucky, I got whatever. I didn't bite, but I almost did. To be honest with you, not that brilliant. I almost did, but I didn't. But I would have had nothing to say no to if they didn't manufacture the crime. If you understand my point.
I do. I don't agree, but I understand.
It's okay. You understand. My next surrounding claim is that law enforcement believes it's okay to violate the law in order to arrest the lawbreakers. Nice to meet you.
I want to start with a question. How many cases as a law enforcement officer have you?
Have I worked as a law enforcement?
Yes.
None.
Okay, my point is, you don't know the ins and outs from our perspective of how much work.
They chose the biggest assholes.
On work from our family. Effort to get a good case that's going to stick. You think we want to mess all that work up by breaking the law? I mean, you would understand that would seem very foolish, right?
No, not, if your name is John Gotti, Sonny Francis, Michael Francis, Pat Tony Salerno, Joe Colombo, no, I don't think that's unreasonable that law enforcement would break the law in order to catch somebody that they think is a name like that. I've seen it happen.
And in what ways have we seen it happen?
By suborning perjury, by holding back exculpatory material at a trial, by FBI agents coercing people into testifying, coercing people into going undercover against people. I've seen that my whole life.
And listen, I mean, you can't speak on definites, right? Like I always taught my kids, anything that you any sentence start with like everyone, all, nobody, never. The next thing you say is going to be a lie. Okay, so are there cops that have broken the law, jeopardizing cases that they have to work very, very hard for? Of course. But
you just made my point.
No, I know, but it's not definite, right? And I would say that the vast majority of police officers, they're not doing that because the amount of work. But of course, I agree that it does happen. There's too many people, too many variables for to say it never happens. I don't think that's the claim. The claim makes it seem more like it happens more than it does not happen, and that's just absolutely wrong.
I think it depends upon who the targets are. Certain law enforcement people build their careers on the names of people that they go after. Certainly with John Gotti, certainly with my dad, Sonny Francis, to me, with me to a certain extent. You have to admit that big names give people in law enforcement an incentive to work a little bit harder to bring them down because you get rewarded for that.
Because what comes with those big names?
A reward if you convict
Many victims, right?
A reward if you convict them, yes or no?
A reward if you convict them, a reward for a job well done for anybody. But big names equal many victims. I think that's the point that we're missing here. Because a local street dealer, may affect 20, 30, 50, 100 lives, right? But John Gotti is affecting hundreds. John Gotti affects the same amount of people and, similar victims as the lower level guy in the family. Probably not, right? That's the reason why John Gotti became the boss, right?
Let me tell you something. Most of the time, the informants that are going against the big guys, they're the ones that are doing most of the crime.
I think sticks to the point at hand. To say that no police officer has ever broken the law, jeopardizing their case, that would be foolish. I would never say that, right? Because again, there's too many variables. But the way that the claim states makes it seem almost like it's common practice. It's just not true.
Let me make it clear. I hope to believe that most law enforcement people are on the level. I have many friends in law enforcement now. The guy that was trying to put me away forever on that undercover sting operation became one of my best friends. Now, he's back in New York. Joe Spinelli was the head of the FBI. Good guy.
There's mutual respect here.
Mutual respect, yes. He came after me, did it the right way. Listen, we told people all the time, FBI agents, you come and get me. Just don't frame me and don't harass my family. That's it. Because we're not going to do that to you. Don't do it to us. So I believe, or want to believe, that most people in law enforcement are straight up and they do their job. Yes. But come on, you said it, you know it. There's many times, depending upon who that person is, that they will violate the law or they will stretch because it puts, a feather in their cap. They get promoted, whatever. And I know so many people, they convict this guy, they become a federal judge the next day. Come on, it happens. Not all the time, but absolutely it does. Okay.
Well, you told us a little bit about yourself. I'll tell you a little bit about me. I spent 23 years as an FBI agent, all in Los Angeles, so I have no personal experience of working in New York as an agent, and I never worked organized crime.
You know Scott Garriola?
Yeah, very well.
Good friend.
Yeah, we're very good. I was married to a cop for many years, LAPD. I've known hundreds of police officers and worked with hundreds of agents. And your general statement is that law enforcement believes, it's a pretty broad statement, that it's okay to break the law to get the lawbreaker. And I disagree with that. You're describing an FBI that I don't recognize. I'm not going to argue with your experience. But in the Bureau,
Have you been paying attention to the FBI today?
I have been.
Okay. Will you agree that they've been breaking the law?
No.
You won't agree to that? Today's, not today. The last administration has not been breaking the law, doing things that they shouldn't be doing.
No, I disagree with you.
The Biden administration, FBI, you say, has been totally above board. Comey has been totally above board.
I am not going to go into some broad political
I'm not being
discussion.
broad, I'm being factual. You believe that James Comey has not broken the law, you think he's been an honest and upright and law-abiding FBI agent?
I think James Comey was a good director of the FBI while he was the director. I think he operated with integrity and honor. And he was widely respected while he was director. Do I think he may have made some mistakes of judgment along the way? Yes, I could say.
Why did he allow Hillary Clinton to smash her? No, excuse me. I would have went to jail for that. And so would everybody in this room. Why would he allow Hillary Clinton to smash all of her computers and everything that she had information on and not indict her for obstruction of justice?
My understanding of that case is that she was not indicted because they could not prove a criminal intent. Now, earlier today,
she admitted that they whitewashed her computers and everything else, all the information that she had. She broke her phones and everything else. She admitted to it. She did it.
Your argument earlier is that law enforcement will break the law to break lawbreakers, to catch lawbreakers.